Hello students. Uh, in the last class we have studied about the derivations of gas law using the kinetic theory. So I think all the derivations and the pressure exerted by the gas, that is all clear to you. So today let's study about the distribution law. Means, as I've told you that in case of gases, since they are moving in random directions, means due to collision they changes their directions continuously, and also with the walls of the container, if they collide then they change their direction. So there is always change in momentum takes place. So due to change in momentum, due to their change in speed and velocities, they've already follow the zigzag motion, or they do the Brownian motion. So if gaseous molecules are randomly changing their directions, then how can we find their speed, and how can we define them? So with for this confusion, for scientists, a number of scientists have worked on that, like Maxwell, Boltzmann, other scientists have worked. So Maxwell first derived a mathematical expression to determine the velocities of gas molecules in any system. Means, what will be the average velocity? As I told you already that when the particles are possessing random motion, they are possessing zigzag motion, then definitely we cannot find their exact speed. We can only talk about the probable speed, average speed, mean speed, such types of things we can talk about. So here the our thermodynamics, our kinetic theory is going to relate with the statistical mechanics, as I told you already, and give you a glimpse about the statistical mechanics. And this mechanics actually use the theory of quantum mechanics and classical theory also, and it also always talks about the probability, average things, not for the exact value. So here we will get all the values that will be mean, average, or probable. Such types of value you can get, because with the help of Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we can easily say that it is not means there will be uncertainty to find the speed or velocity of any particle. If we are seeing their position, means there will be always uncertainty in position and momentum. So that's why if there is uncertainty, then definitely we cannot talk about the exact value. We can only talk about the most probable value or average value for any movement. So here the statistical mechanics works on that. And the basic concept of statistical is it defines, or it classify the elementary particles, gas molecules, and means it defines, it tells us about their behavior, their nature, their properties. All the things can be explained easily with the help of statistical mechanics. So this is the mechanics of particles, we can say that. And also we can explain all the phenomena whichever we know with the help of this statistical mechanics phenomena. So this is an extended version of quantum mechanics also, where we use number of quantum mechanical law, and with the help of that we can understand the nature, behavior, effects, phenomena according to the particles, like bosons, fermions, gas molecules. So according to that, we have three laws in the case of statistical mechanics. We have means it is given by the number of scientists. First law is given by Maxwell and Boltzmann, and Maxwell, Boltzmann defined this law for gas molecule. Means actually they defined it for every particle, but later it was seen that only their law is followed by the gas molecules. So that's why gas molecule follow the Maxwell, Boltzmann statistical law. According to this statistical law, particles are distinguishable. Means we can distinguish every particle, and if they are going to fill up in any space, then we can have a number of probability, means through which they can fill up any space. So according to this concept, it means that we have a number of velocities. If continually gases molecules are colliding and changing their direction, so there will be a variation in velocity will occur. Means we will have variation in velocity. So here obviously we cannot talk about any exact value, since we have the variation of velocities and we have to take for the velocity of a gas, we have to take its average or its probable speed. So what is the average? Average simple, average speed is the uh, averagation of all the particles, or we are taking the mean of all the speeds of the different gas molecules, and that present their average speed. But most probable speed is that, as I have told you, that some of the particles means gas molecules are in the varying speeds, varying velocities. So definitely there can be a velocity which will be the maximum. So the most probable speed is that, the speed which can occur most probably or simple in the gaseous molecules, which is most preferable. So this is the most probable speed. Means all these concepts helps us to know about the gaseous behaviors, gas molecules behavior. So I think the concept regarding the statistical, that is clear. I just told you that we have other particles like electron, proton, neutrons, and photons, and such types of other number of elementary particles that are detected till this test. And that elementary particles are classified into two groups. First is known as bosons, second is known as fermion. Fermions are those which have half a spin. Bosons are that which have zero or integral spin. So we can classify those two law, and these two classification, these two classes of the particles also follows two different laws. And first, that is boson follows the Bose-Einstein condensation law. So this was given by the Einstein and Satyendranath Bose, and who worked on that. And that his theory, means their theory is applicable on bosons, and they use quantum mechanics for that. Later, Fermi and Dirac also established a law for the fermions. So the fermions follow that law. So here I am not going to explain you that. That is a very extended thing. So here just I want to take the some concept to explain you average speed or mean speed, and just I wanted to tell you from where this formula or this calculations has been taken. So that's why I again I gave you a glimpse about the statistical mechanics. So I think that is totally now clear to you what is the concept and what are the main approach of statistical mechanics. So it works on the particles behavior, nature, and their properties and other things. So means we can also explain the gas molecules with the help of Maxwell-Boltzmann law. And according to Maxwell-Boltzmann law, it was simple. There are varying speed, and that varying speed can be defined as, means if we want to know, means suppose that we have two speed v and v plus dv. There is a range of velocity. We have speed v and next v plus dv. Means in this range, obviously there is variation dv, velocity variation dv, and we want to find that how the number of particles are varying with the with change in velocity. So there can be a number of actually formula. With the help of this, we can actually Maxwell-Boltzmann calculated or given the formula for number of molecules with means variation of number of molecules with different variables. Like it can be we can define it with the variation in velocity, we can define it variation of energy. So obviously if there is variation of velocity, there can be variation of in energy, there can be variation in momentum. So we can define it in the sense of momentum, velocity, energy. Means just we want to conclude actually. Suppose that it is a gas envelope in which we have a range of velocity v2 v plus dv. So obviously in this range there can be number of velocities can be here, and their velocity range will be, means the difference of their velocities finally to extreme points, that will be dv. So if there is variation in velocity, then whether there will be variation in number of molecules or not. So Maxwell gave the formula for that, and that formula is this. this is the formula for a gas molecule with varying speed. Means if the speed varies from v to v plus dv, then how the number of molecules varies with this varying speed. So dn by dv, or we can write number of molecules per unit volume, that is defined in this sense. So here capital N represents the total number of molecules in the gas, m represent mass of the gas, one gas molecule, and kV is Boltzmann constant, T is absolute temperature, V is velocity of the gas molecule. So we can easily define in unit volume what will be the number of molecule in the gaseous molecule. So with the help of this law, actually this equation is known as Maxwell's speed distribution. Means speed distribution means simple how the number of molecules are going to change with the change in speed. This is known as speed distribution. If I say here Maxwell momentum distribution, then it means that number of molecules are going to change with change in momentum. So if we are seeing the change in momentum, then according to that how the number of molecules are changing, that will give us the Maxwell's momentum distribution. So I think this formula is clear. This formula has been taken from Maxwell's Boltzmann distribution law of statistical mechanics. So that's why I just gave a glimpse about the statistical mechanics, because I am taking directly the formula for the this speed distribution from there. So with the help of this, if we know in any range how many numbers of molecules are there, then definitely we can find out easily what will be the velocity in that, or what is the average speed and other things that particle will possess. Means for the calculation of average speed, first we need how many number of particles are there. So that was a actually problem, that how can we calculate what is the number of particles there. So we can easily calculate this with the help of Maxwell's speed distribution. So I think this formula is clear to you. What is the sense of this formula? From its derivations is not, I'm not going to give you that, because that is the concept of statistical mechanics. So here only just I have told you that with the help of statistical mechanics we can derive this formula for Maxwell's speed distribution. So I think this when this is clear to you, then we can draw a graph between number of molecules per unit volume and absolute temperature T, and also suppose that we are keeping absolute temperature T constant, because here we are seeing the variation between number of molecules and velocity or speed. So if speed is changing, suppose that here speed value of speed is 1 meter per second, so how many number of molecules will be there? And if number of speed is changing to 5 meter per second, then how many number of molecules are there? So we can see that with the change in speed there is number of molecules that is changing. So we can plot a graph between these. Other all things are constant. M is constant, N is constant, and the other Kb is constant, but here T is the variable thing. So with the variation in T, there can be variation in N also. Already you know that if we increase the temperature, then definitely there will be increase in kinetic energy, and molecules will collide more frequently, and number of molecules in that range, that will be also increases. So that is the concept. I think there is no confusion regarding to that to you. So suppose that we are taking temperature as a constant, and we are going to plot a graph between number of molecules per unit volume and this speed V. So what will be the graph? Let's see that. So this is a graph between number of molecules per unit volume and speed of the gas, and here we are seeing that with the increase in temperature, this graph can be like this. So I think that is not clear, simple clear to you. So I will tell you later what is the conclusions of this graph. So simple, the graph is like this way. Here the right hand side will be more bright than left hand side. Actually, we can plot this. So this is the maximum value of number of molecules, that is known as most probable speed. Here the speed will be most probable, means for the maximum number of molecules, the speed, simple most probable means what? Probable means the preferable value of speed which can be taken by the greater number of molecules. Suppose that we have 10 number of molecules, in which the 6 molecules are taking the same speed and 4 molecules have the different speed. So what is the probability of speed that is the possessed by that 6 molecules? So that is known as most probable speed. Clear? If we talk about the most probable speed, that can be in that case. So if 6 molecules are possessing the same speed, then definitely that speed will be most occurring speed, most preferable speed, or most probable speed. So if since this is the point where number of molecules is maximum, so definitely if maximum a number of molecules that they are taking the this speed, so this speed is known as most probable speed. I think there is no confusion in that. And again, if we calculate what will average speed, so average speed, this can be the curve for average speed, and similarly we can also formulate a curve for RMS speed. Later I will tell you all the formula about that. So first I think all these things are clear to you. So what is the conclusion? This is the graph, simple. I have just plotted this graph with the help of the equation as I have written before. So when at constant temperature, if you plot the graph between this now NV and V, then this graph will be like this. So with here we are seeing that with increase in temperature, the graph is going to be more flatter. Means if we decrease the temperature, graph will have sharp curve, and also is this sharp curve they contained less variation of speed in comparison to this. Here the variation of speed is greater than the this, means at lower temperature, the variation or speed distribution is smaller than the temperature at the greater temperature. Means when we increase the temperature, then obviously you know that with increased temperature there will be increment in kinetic energy. If kinetic energy increases, we can simply say that velocity is increasing. So if velocity is increasing, it means that the range of velocity is going to increase. So here the variation in velocity increases with increasing temperature. So that's why this curve is going to be more flatter. And with decrease in temperature, this curve is going to be more sharper. And here the variation in speed will decrease continuously if we decrease the temperature. So I think that is clear to you. Next, what is this? Already I have defined you the case of CMP. Next is that as you are seeing that in this case, in right side, there the curve is more brighter than the left side. It means that in the right side of CMP, the number of molecules are greater than the left side. Means there are less number of molecules which possesses velocity less than most probable speed. Most of the molecules possesses velocity greater than or equal to most probable speed. Clear? From this graph we can say it easily. Means most of the molecules prefer to have greater speed than the this most probable speed. Clear? I think that is also clear to you. Next is that as I have already told you about temperature. Next is that as we are seeing that with decrease in speed, means at V is equal to 0 and V is 0, and also V is equal to infinite and V is again infinite 0. So here it means that with decrease or increase in speed, there will be increment and decrement in, there will be decrement in number of molecules. Means its simple meaning is that less molecules possesses less or greater speed. Means molecules always try to get a probable speed or speed variation between the two extreme limits. So most of the molecule will be try to attain this speed. So we can say that average speed will lie here, this case easily. Means most of the average means simple, it is the average of these two, so there is no confusion. But the just I want to tell you here, if as we are seeing that with greater and with lower speed here, number of molecules are 0. Means no molecule want to possess speed 0 less or greater. Means most of the molecule will, as you are seeing that with increment and with decrement here, from extreme point, if we decrease the speed from starting point, if we increase the speed, number of molecules are increasing. Means most of the molecules have tendency to attain a velocity or a speed which which is in the region of, or which are just comparable to most probable speed or average speed. So I think there is no confusion regarding to this. So that's why we can say that most probable, if we see the most probable speed, then most of the molecules possesses speed somewhat in increment or decrement to the most probable speed. So this is the conclusions of Maxwell speed distribution. With the help of this, we can easily understand the behavior of gas molecules, why the number of gas molecules are changing with change in different factors. We can understand it easily, and why there is means gas molecules are not possessing speed very greater, means at infinite they are not possessing infinite speed, or they are not possessing very lower speed. They already have the tendency to possess some speed between this range. So this can be also understood by this curve. So I think this curve is known as Maxwell's speed distribution curve, and it explains all the phenomena regarding to speed versus number of molecules. So I think Maxwell speed distribution is clear to you. What is the Maxwell speed distribution, and how can we understand the gas molecules with the help of this? So if there is no confusion, then let's see how can we calculate these three quantities, most probable speed, average speed, and root mean square. We can calculate with the help of Maxwell speed distribution the average speed, RMS speed, and other things. So let's see them. But first we can also calculate with this graph the total number of molecules of the gas, and that can be calculated easily with the area under the graph. So if you can calculate easily what is the area covered under the graph, that will be the total number of molecules. Obviously this is total number of molecules. There should not be any confusion, as the molecules are possessing speed from this value to this value. So all the molecules will lie within this area. So this area will represent the total number of molecules that can be given by NB dV. Clear? Or simple, you can also write it dN by dV into. So this is the area under the curve of this. I think there is no confusion regarding to this value. And also, if you want to calculate the area of some area and some variation, suppose that we are not seeing the variation from this to this. We want to see, suppose this is the value here. Here the value, suppose that V, here the value is V plus dV. Means variation in speed is if dV. Then in this variation, in the speed variation dB, how many numbers of molecules are here? This can also be easily calculated with the help of Maxwell speed distribution law. So with the help of this curve, you can calculate it also with what will be the number of molecules lying in the range V and D plus dV, or lying in the range dV, simple. So in dv with dv speed, how many number of molecules can be there? We can also calculate it. Suppose that we just want to calculate how many number of molecules are in the gas which have 5 meter per second speed, if the variation is suppose that 0 to 10. So how many number of molecules that will possess 5 meter per second speed? That can be also calculated with the help of easily this graph. And also if we want to calculate that, suppose that I want to just calculate how many number of molecules that are possessing speed of 3 meter per second to 6 meter per second. So in the range of 3 to 6 meter per second, how many numbers of molecules will be there? That can be easily calculated with the help of area of this strip. So simple, calculate the area of the strip. With the help of that, we will able to calculate how many number of molecules will be there. So this is just like that. I think there is no confusion. Means with this curve we can also calculate the number of molecules in the range. Means with the help of a Maxwell speed distribution, we can easily tell about number of molecules in the gas. So I think the importance of this law is totally clear to you. What is the importance of this law? What is importance of statistical mechanics? To understand the property or behavior of the gases, to calculate the number of molecules of the gas, and how can we understand its variation with different variables. So we can understand it very easily with the help of this curve and the formula. So if all the things regarding to this Maxwell speed distribution law, that is clear to you. So how can we calculate these three terms? Let's see them one by one. So what is the most probable speed? Next, how can we calculate it? The most probable, as I told you, that most probable speed is that speed for which number of molecules will be maximum. Means simple, in other word you can say that the speed which is preferred by, which is taken by the maximum number of maximum molecules, that is known as most probable speed. It's very simple that if most of the as I've told you with one example, that suppose that we have 10 molecules, and in that 10 molecules 6 molecules have the same speed, then definitely that 6 molecules will have tendency to prefer one single speed, and that speed will be most preferable speed or most probable speed. So simple, in two words you can define what is most probable speed. Means most probable speed is that for which greater number of molecules try to attain it, or simple, in other word you can say that at most probable speed number of molecules will be maximum. So we can easily calculate it with the help of mathematical concept of maxima and minima. And as you know that if there is some maximum and minimum value of any function, then suppose that we have a function a, so for that if it is varying with the some variable x, then if it is possessing most maximum or minimum value, then with the help of this condition will be satisfied there. So obviously if there is most probable speed, then for which number of molecules are maximum, then this term should be here 0, or actually this not, we should have this term dNB by dV, that should be 0 here. So after solving this, we can easily calculate what will be the value of most probable speed in this case, and that value comes out to be this. You can calculate it by this formula, and after calculating it, this will be the value of most probable speed. Means it has the value under root 2 kBt by m. So the most probable speed depends on the two factors. Here, from here we can say that most probable speed is directly proportional to root t, and most probable speed is inversely proportional to root m. Means greater will be the mass of the molecule, less will be the most probable speed. So it means that simple, if there are greater mass molecules in the gas, then definitely most of the molecules will not possess most probable speed. They will have different speed. Means less number of molecules will try to attain the most probable speed in that case. But if temperature of gas is increasing, so with increase in temperature, since there is increase in kinetic energy, and with the increase in kinetic energy, there will be the tendency for the molecules to attain the most probable speed. Means most probable speed increases with increase in temperature. So from here we can also say that with increase in temperature, since the most probable speed in increasing, it means that greater number of molecules will try to attain this velocity. That's why it's the most probable speed. So if a greater number of molecules are trying to attain this velocity, so definitely means number of molecules are increasing with increase in temperature in any velocity range, or we can say it simple from this calculations. So I think simple, what is the calculation of most probable speed, that is clear to you. Simple as when you know mass of the gas molecule and also temperature at which gas is kept on, then for that case what will be the most probable speed that is possessed by the gas molecules, that will be fixed, and what will be that we can calculate it. If we change the temperature or gas, with the change in both of that condition, there will be change in most probable speed. So I think there is no confusion regarding to that. The same manner we can also calculate what will be the average speed and root mean square speed. So rest of the things and the rest of the calculations we will discuss in next class. Then how can we calculate the average speed of molecules or root mean square of the speed of the molecules. So for today let's end the class here guys. Thank you.